Hey everyone, it's Mona. Welcome to the weekly home down payment account review. And as you're seeing, the account is officially at $100,000. This is mind blowing to me. I know last week it was within the $82,000 range. So this is a big jump. So we're going to get into the details, but I don't even know how to feel. This is such a huge milestone in terms of me saving for a home down payment. So let's get into the details. The deposit for the last week, so starting on February 28th, I deposited $1,500. I do get paid twice a month. It's typically the 15th and the last business day of the month. So February 28th, I got paid. I do at a minimum try to deposit $1,400 for every paycheck into my home down payment. So as you see here on February 28th, I was able to put in $1,500. Then on the same day, February 28th, I put in another $40. Then on March 1st, I put in $200. And then here is the deposit of all deposit. I received my year-end bonus on March 3rd, and I put in a significant amount of that money into this account. So I put in $15,660 into the account to bring the total up to $100,000. As you see here, the target amount that was listed was $90,000 because again, last week I was in the $84,000 range, and I do set the target amount for this account in 10K increments. So after I reached 90K, then it was supposed to be 100K, etc. But now that we're at 100K and we've skipped that 90K mark, which is a great problem to have, right? Like, this is not any type of bad problem. I am now going to go ahead and update the target amount to $110,000 because that will be my next goal. So I'll go ahead and do that right now. And even just type in this number, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I really typing 110,000? But I did. I'm now targeting $110,000 as the next goal. And right now, based off the $100,000 balance, I am 90% towards that goal. I am just so proud of myself for getting to this level because it's been hell to get here. It has not been an easy journey. It hasn't been fun. And I've done this 100% on my own. And I'm not saying that as any sort of badge of honor or anything like that, because trust me, I wish I had help. I wish I had parents that had money who can gift me my home down payment or give me some type of money towards, my home down payment, because I would have bought a property like 10 years ago. If I came from a family that had financial means to help. This is just doing everything on your own. It is a billion times harder. It's a billion times difficult. So the fact that I've gotten here and not just being single and doing everything on my own, being a single parent. So having a dependent, having a child that I have to 100% take care of emotionally, physically, financially on my own. And then make it even more complicated, right? Having a child that has a severe disability that requires extra care, extra therapy. Now I have to do long-term care and financial planning for her, right? Because right now, the projection is that she's going to require lifetime 24-hour care. So I just feel like so many odds were stacked against me to fail. And the fact that I persevered, it just completely blew my mind, because this journey, like I was saying, has not been easy at all. It's been the opposite of that. It's been extremely challenging, frustrating, hard, lots of roadblocks, etc. And every time I encountered those situations, it would have been really easy for me to give up and just say, I don't care, whatever's going to happen. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I just want to be left alone. And I've definitely had a ton of those moments. But when I think about myself, when I think about my daughter and our future and stability, that's the only thing that gets me to put one foot in front of the other. I have a very, very demanding job. I don't work a 9 to 5. I work at 8 to midnight, or 1 a.m. I'm working on the weekends, etc. I'm just giving just some insight into the journey, because I think especially on YouTube, it's really easy to see someone who, I guess to society standards, might be doing okay financially and think, oh, this person has it easy. And I'm telling you, there's been nothing easy about my journey. If I had I would have $500,000. I would have $1 million plus saved up right now if there was anything easy about my journey. But I am just beyond proud of me. And I started this channel because I wanted to inspire other people, especially single parents who are doing everything on their own. They don't have any help. They're paying all their bills. They're living independently and taking care of their children, because the financial world is very saturated with dual income families that either don't have kids or they do have kids, right? Or single individuals with no kids. So it's just themselves that they're concerned about. But I didn't really see a lot of representation, or didn't see any at all, if I'm being honest, of single parents who are just trying to do the best they can for themselves and their children to better their current life and their future life. So I wanted to be that representation. And then also on top of that, for any single parents or just parent with special needs kids, because that's another area that I don't see represented, because even the families with children, 99.99% of the time, their children are neurotypical, which is, a typical child. So they don't have to deal with the challenges of having a special needs child. And that is a completely different set of challenges. It makes parenting a billion times harder and just gives you a ton of anxiety, especially as you think about your child and their future. Because unlike a neurotypical child that you're like, oh, that person's going to go to college, they can go and work and support themselves. When you have a special needs child, especially a child who's more severe in terms of their disability, like my daughter, that child will require lifetime care. So you have to really think long term in terms of planning, not just for yourself, but that child, right? Because that child might not be able to work and support themselves. And I know I've mentioned it in other videos, but I'm not leaving my daughter at the mercy of the government that has so much debt and can't manage anything. I'm like, that's a recipe for her to be abused. So I'm trying everything I can on my end to set myself up in a good financial position to then leave behind to help take care of her. So I just wanted to, I know that was a little speech, but just wanted to put some of those thoughts out there and, let single parents know, let parents of children with special needs know that it's hard. It's really, really hard. And I will never, never downplay that. It's hard, but keep taking those little tiny baby steps. Keep investing as much as you can. Keep putting down as much as you can. Take that challenging job. I've been able to significantly increase my income because I recently accepted a job that I knew I would be working insane hours. But I knew it would put myself and my daughter in a better financial position. So I did it anyway because I'm like, I have to secure a future, right? There's no one coming for us. I'm the one that's going to rescue us, right? Like it's me. So I have to push through and do the work that I might think is too challenging. I have to figure it out. And that's exactly what I did. And I've been able to make some significant financial progress because of it. But that's all I wanted to say. Keep going. You got this, one day at a time. Take a deep breath. This is what I tell myself to try the best as you can. Deposit what you can as long as you're trying and you have really good intentions. That's ultimately what matters. Okay, so that's it for this week. $100,000. I feel so good about the upcoming home buying process, which I plan to kick off in September of this year. I do need to save up more money. I live in New York City. Everything is expensive. So unfortunately, $100,000 is not like a ton of money, but I feel a lot better in terms of it's definitely going to happen. So, all right, until next week. Bye.